How's it going, everyone? Today we are talking about the pros and cons of owning a rotary powered vehicle. More specifically, this rotary powered vehicle. Talking about the good things of rotaries and the bad things and what it's like to own a rotary powered car. So I guess let's go ahead and start with a pro. The most obvious pro of a rotary is BRAP. Oh dang, the smoke. Holy fuck. Uh-oh. The first con of a rotary is that it has no torque, not until these 5,000 RPMs. Oh, there we go. A little something. Let's talk about why a rotary doesn't make any torque.
So, a rotary engine doesn't have a whole lot of torque because it has two of these and an eccentric shaft. Rotary engines only have 3 moving parts, really. So, being that this thing's pretty light, you have another one and an eccentric shaft, it's all really light. It doesn't carry a whole lot of weight. So you don't have that, what's the word?
Rotational mass.
Rotational mass. That's the word. You don't have enough rotational mass to really keep the engine going all that much. In a reciprocating engine, you have a lot more mass to deal with.
Right, but that also brings us to our next pro, revs.
Piston engine goes up and down, right?
Right.
Well, as it gets to the top, it's being forced back down, forced back.
It's kind of like fighting against itself almost.
Right. So in a rotary engine, it just keeps spinning. There's no parts working against it. So it's a lot smoother, it's a lot easier to rev. One pushy boy.
That is like so, I don't know why that's so entertaining to watch.
Did we drop it down the slide?
No.
I feel like it'll fuck up your slide and whatever's right here.
Bing.
Ow, that kind of hurt.
One of the biggest cons of a rotary powered vehicle is that they don't get very good miles per gallon. MPGs are not great. Just a normal old 13B naturally aspirated, it doesn't get terrible gas mileage. It's something like 17 highway, 15 city, which like I said, isn't too bad. But the fact that it's a 1.3 liter, that gets 15 miles per gallon with no sorts of forced induction is kind of sad.
You know, in 4 years, Bluetooth.
Oh, fuck.
I was trying to be so hardcore.
I know. That would have been so bad. When you own a rotary, you don't just have to worry about miles per gallon, you have to worry about miles per quart of oil. Because they burn oil. Oh, dang, the smoke. Holy fuck! This isn't necessarily a con because they're meant to burn oil. At least it's not some other cars which burn oil that aren't meant to burn oil. Like, they're designed to burn oil, so it's a good thing that they burn oil. But yeah, it's kind of a pain to have to check the oil every once in a while. You know, once every other week you have to fill it up about a quart. If you're wondering why they burn oil, let's go back to the rotor and rotor housing. Dr. Zach, explain to us why rotaries burn oil.
All right, we're gonna lay it down so I don't smash my fingers again. So, rotary engines require oil to go into the combustion chamber because of these. Well, I actually only have one of them in here.
Yeah, you want to show us the one apex seal that's still alive?
So this is an apex seal. It basically gives your car compression by separating the different combustion chambers. So, this little apexy boy is rubbing and bumping on the housings all the time, as you can see here. Boom, rubbing and bumping.
Yeah, right.
Well, you need lubrication. in order so these apex seals don't blow.
Which obviously doesn't always work.
Which happened right here. Basically, the car has a system called an OMP that injects oil into...
metering pump?
Thank you.
I know that.
Hey, you're learning vocab. So it injects oil from the crankcase. Well, it doesn't have a crankshaft. You still call it a crankcase?
I don't know.
Eccentric case?
Eccentric case. It injects oil to lubricate the apex seals against the rotor housing.
Right. So there's a way to get around this. What I personally do is I took out the OMP and I premix. I put 2-stroke oil into my gas tank. It mixes with the gas, and then my fuel injectors then spray it, that gas and oil mixture, into the combustion chamber, which then lubricates it through there.
And that's just part of owning a rotary powered vehicle. Kind of a lot of maintenance, but at the same time, if you know what you're doing, you can maintain them and they can be reliable. That's why reliability is not a con, because if you're smart, it's fine. If you're smart, your rotary will be reliable, right?
Oh yeah, dude, don't even give me...
Oh, exactly, it triggers
Boy,
that.
if you know! You should do simple RX-7 mods.
done.
Number 1, aluminum hood.
Yeah, honestly, the hood is like heavier than the engine.
Alright guys, so this is in fact OEM.
Blame the previous owner.
What you're supposed to do, it says in the service manual, is take your own feces and rub them on the intake. That's gonna give you better induction. One oily boy.
There you go, that'll give me enough oil for a gas tank. Oh, wrong, okay. But speaking about this heavy hood, that brings us to the next pro. Rotaries are really light.
How much is it?
They're also really small. Because the engine is so light in these cars, they handle awesome, which is a huge pro.
Technically, they're mid-engine cars, although they're in the front.
Yeah.
Regular hood, but look, I mean, it's behind the front wheels, which
That is
gives
true.
a better weight distribution, better cornering.
Rotary powered cars are very good at handling, except all that is ruined by your 200-pound hood. That is probably literally 200 pounds. Oh my fucking god, it's so heavy. Why is it so heavy? Yeah,
Listen to this.
it's so heavy.
Sounds like an F-250.
I could honestly get rid of like 100 pounds by doing like a carbon fiber hood. Now, one of the coolest pros about rotary powered engines, Zach, you want to hit him with it?
Flames.
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 Lots of flames.
Flames.
Which, you know, there's absolutely no pro of shooting flames. It's just cool. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Cut to the epic montage of just flames.
Another con of rotary powered vehicles is cold starts. When it's cold outside and you start your rotary powered car in the morning, it runs really rich. So if you turn it off, it won't turn back on because it floods. Do you know the reason why they flood, Zach?
Not really, actually.
Yeah, that's actually like, I don't really
I don't know why, but
it is a thing. It's not a huge deal. You just kind of have to wait a little bit to turn it off, let it warm up a little bit, but it is a con.
if you do end up flooding your
There's a
engine,
fix.
pull the spark plugs out, rotate the engine over a couple times, get all that gas out, put a little bit of 2-stroke oil in there just to lubricate those apex seals because it's not going to
You have to do all that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a V8.
And then
Yeah, so don't flood your rotary
and then you
engine.
can
I guess
start
that.
it. Try to get into a warm area too. Don't try to do it at 10 degrees on
Okay,
the side
so
of the
let
road
your
like I
rotary
did.
warm up. That's why I let my rotary warm up.
Oh, do we get to talk about that too?
What?
Warming up your rotaries?
That's what we're talking about right now.
Warm them up!
I didn't know it was that big of a process to unflood a rotary engine. That kind of sounds like a huge pain. Guys, look at the stance on this FD. It's just stellar. Like, oh, the meat. Do you see that tire? Like, imagine how much grip that has, Brody. Poor thing.
One sad FD.
Yeah, this is one sad FD. And that is gonna be it for today. Those are all the pros and cons that we could come up with about owning a rotary vehicle. All in all, I think the pros greatly outweigh the cons because I own one and it's awesome. Huge thanks to Zach for knowing more about rotaries than I do.
It's just a little something daily I like to do.
Oh yeah?
You know.
Weren't you talking about how those are like really light and like don't have enough, you know? Yeah, okay. So yeah, go check out Zach's channel. He's got rotary stuff. I'll have a link in the description. Thanks to Brody for getting the rollers, which hopefully looked sick. Do you have anything to say about rotaries? I mean, we were talking about the good things and the bad things, but let's just sum
honestly,
it up here.
okay, people think that they're super unreliable. I won't do my super long talk about it. If you take care of them, and as long as you buy one that wasn't neglected, or you buy a neglected one and rebuild it, and you treat it properly, you're gonna have a lot of fun for a very long time. So definitely look into it.
Actually, that's a pretty good
That's
scale.
actually
Hopefully you guys did enjoy that video, something a little bit different. Hopefully it turned out good. I don't know, I haven't edited it yet. He is literally throwing his rotor housing in the air. That looks so dangerous. So yeah guys, that's it. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video. Jesus, Ren is literally shitting his guts out in the background. Like the video if you enjoyed, dislike the video if you didn't. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.